Hi everyone, I am Ravi Ranjan and welcome to my channel. This is the third video on my channel and this time the topic that I am going to present is called Autobiography of Shoes, that is Joote Ki Atmakatha. I know when I actually presented this topic in my online English class, everyone appreciated it. So I hope you all are also going to enjoy it. Before starting this topic, I would like to give you a certain tips that you may find useful while I will narrate you this story. For example, like in my last video, I have thoroughly used the English words which many Hindi medium students find it difficult to keep themselves engaged throughout that essay. And so this time I have picked out some of the words that I thought needs to be introduced before the starting of the story or the essay. Like I have used the word innate which means by birth. So the shoe that I have, whose story I am going to narrate, it has innate ability of learning and reading whatever it come across. That means like human has a natural ability of learning his mother tongue. Similarly, the shoe that I have mentioned here has an ability to read and learn whatever it comes across or whatever comes across in front of it. And similarly I have also used some of the places of Patna, like I have used the Hathua market, which is an old and famous market in Patna. Then I have used the Sant Karensa school, which is a popular school located in Danapur region of Patna. And then I have mentioned the BN college and the Patna college. I have also mentioned the BN college main hostel, which comes under the Patna University. And I have also mentioned the Gurudwara, which is located in Patna city region. And so these are the required information, and if anyone who is watching it from Patna, he don't need to know these things, he will certainly get it. But for the people who are from outside Patna and watching this, these are the required information. You will not find any difficulty in understanding it. And again, before beginning this topic, I want you all to keep yourself engaged throughout this topic, as this is not a certain essay which you can start like reading or understanding it from anywhere. This is a short story and interconnected story. So if you miss any point, you may find it difficult, like how this happens, as this is a story from the birth to the death of a Sue. And that's why its name is Autobiography of Shoes, that is Joote Ki Atmakatha. So the words that I am going to narrate has actually been said by the Sue itself. And on this note, let's begin today's essay, or you can say the short story, which is Autobiography of Shoes or Joote Ki Atmakatha. At this stage in my life, when I am lying in a burnout condition among hundreds of other damaged things near Sant Karensa school in Gona Road, Danapur, I know my life is certain to end in a day, as tomorrow will be my turn when the van comes to pick things up, and then I will be sent to any nether factory and something new will be made from me. So tonight, under the street lights, I have decided to write down the journey of my life, which you can also call autobiography of my life. So the story begins from the day of my birth. I was born through a rigorous process in a factory in Kanpur. I knew that since I was born in India, I had to bear with the traditions and practices of India. The Indian muds and soil and the rush of the crowd would be a normal thing for me. So I was prepared for all those roller coaster rides in my life from the very beginning. I was transported in a truck from Kanpur to Patna city. Till then I had hardly seen the outside world. In Patna city I was taken to a wholesale market. Later I found myself lying among hundreds of unlike brothers and being transported in a large box. Then we were thrown in a corner of the room. We breathed some sigh of relief after feeling suffocated for so long in a box. No sooner did we start chatting and becoming friends than they started taking us one by one and labeling us. Then came my turn. The man pulled me up from the floor like how a butcher pulls out a hen from her herd to make her meat. I wanted to tell him that I am alive now, but of no use. Till I could do anything, I was named as Adidas. Wondering how could I read that when we should have innate ability of reading and learning whatever we come across. Anyway, then I was put into another box, this time with sophistication. Firstly, they wrapped me in a thin plastic. Then I was put in a separate box. I wanted to say goodbye to my brothers and sisters but couldn't. This time I was lying comfortably in the box. Then I was put in a pickup van. I peeped outside my box through a narrow hole. It said Patna city at one of the hoardings of a confectionery store. It suddenly came to my mind that we had heard the conversation of the men about a Gurudwara which was located in Patna city. I thought I may get to see it today if I got to pass through that. The van started, and in the whole route I was busy looking outside to see if Gurudwara came or not. But I could not find that. After 1.5 hours or so, the van stopped. A man took me out. I read at the hoarding it said Hathua Market. Later they arranged me in a shop. For the first time I saw my face in the mirror. I was shining. Later, in the evening, many customers came and asked my price. The shopkeeper was telling them 2000 rupees and was not ready to bargain even a penny. I was not sold on the first day. Later, days went by, but I didn't find any customer. I was feeling jealous lying there in the showpiece as I could see my other Anaik brothers and sisters roaming around the market with their respective owners. For a moment I thought if I had wings I would fly on alone and would not need any customer to show me the world. I wish the new inventions in science really focus over this aspect of fixing a wings in everything, be it shoe, toothbrush, clothes or pen, as we too like humans want to see the world. For a human being reading it, this will give him a good amount of laugh. But come on man, we too have wishes like you. Like we too want to see the gods and goddesses from nearby by entering into the temples. Why should we suffer for your carelessness of not keeping us clean? In my opinion, there should be a rule that all shoes and footwears should be taken to all the temples in the very beginning when they are new, so that we too can see those gods and goddesses from nearby. Then only a person should be allowed to bear us. I know it will sound crazy to humans, but not to us, because that's how we think. After almost 10 days, 2 boys came in the evening and asked my price. I guessed they were locals as they were in informants. The shopkeeper repeated the same, but one of the boys suddenly said 1600 rupees. The shopkeeper denied without any hesitation. But then the boy made a phone call and said something and gave the phone to the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper took the phone. I heard something like hostel. After the call was cut, the shopkeeper's facial expression changed and he took me out and gave to the boys, saying they could give whatever they wanted. The boys paid him 1600 rupees and took me and started walking. I was perplexed and terrified as I had not seen any of my friends getting sold like that. It was completely a new thing for me. Later, they took me through Gandhi Maidan to a place which read BN College main hostel. Little did I know that it was going to be my place for coming 2 years. It was the time of university election. Next day, I attended presidential debate in Patna College campus where I got to meet and rub my shoulder with many Anaik brothers. For the first time, I saw such a large gathering. We ran, sometimes got over each other, and some of my friends lost their way as well, as I could see some of them lying isolated on the other side of the road. Their owners must have lost them. In the meantime, when I was running, I noticed a familiar face waving over me from ahead. I reminded that I had met him in Patna city. But instead of running, why he was waving over me when everyone else was running? I even signaled him to run, but in vain. He continued behaving until I landed over him, changing his facial expression from happy to done. I had told him before not to wait for me and keep running when everyone else was doing so. These were the exact words which I told him. His facial expression had faded. It took time for him to regain his original shape. I was really feeling sad for him, but I couldn't do anything in such a rush. Even at one point, one half of me also lost its way, but soon my honor, resisting himself through the crowd, reached to me. Later, I got to go to many colleges of the Patna University for the election campaign. I attended the English and other lectures of the college with him as he was a student of second year of English department. I explored almost all the major places of Patna, including that Gurudwara in the Patna city that I mentioned in the beginning, and the beautiful Ganga Ghats in the back. I went to cinema halls and enjoyed many long walks in the historic Gandhi Maidan. It was a complete satisfying experience for me when one day one of his cousins from the village came to Patna to take his exams. He was in urgent need of a pair of shoes, so I was transferred to him. After the exam, I got up on the train and he plugged in his earphone and started thumping me against the floor of the train. My other species who were present in the necks of the other men started laughing at me as I was getting beaten against the floor of the train. I was like, "Hey bro, what are you doing? If you can't let me enjoy your songs by playing it on loudspeaker, at least let me enjoy my peace." But he continued it for half of the journey. After I landed in his village, I was hardly moving as he only used to take me out for the special occasions like marriages or while going out to cities. Sitting idle, some of my body parts became the breakfast for the rats of his house. He even took me to that old doctor, which is coroner in this case, who would sit at the corner of the village market. The painful experience that I had there is beyond words. Then one day he got to go to ISKCON temple, but after he went inside the temple, a man tried to take me away from that place. But I recognized him that he was not my honor. I resisted by flipping upside down, even tried to catch hold of the metal handle there, but in vain. Ultimately, my ownership was shifted. The new owner took me to Danapur. He gave me to his son. His son started using me for informal outings. Sometimes I was thrown on a cat, sometimes on the boy himself by his mother, sometimes I would serve as a toy for his dog. I can say that I enjoyed that place, but the memory of how I landed there, betraying my previous honor, always made me feel a bit guilty. But I couldn't really do anything. Finally, after 1.5 years, one day the boy took me out and started barking towards the place from where garbage and other damaged things are picked up by the municipality. I knew that my fate was about to come to an end, and that is how I have reached here in the present situation. Now it's 4 a.m. The guards of Sant Karens have woken up as I can hear their talks. And it's the end of the beautiful journey that I have lived. The van will also come in an hour or so. Before that, I would like to thank all my honors through whom I got to experience so many things. I am in tears right now. That's all in this life. At last, I would like to say that though I didn't have 7 stages like men, but in my 3 stages, I enjoyed no less than any man. Thank you.